That report we just saw from partner station France 2 was filed earlier. What's the latest you're hearing from inside of Nagorno-Karabakh?
Well, a journalist in Stepanakert that I spoke to about half an hour ago, a Spanish journalist in Stepanakert, told me that the shelling was still ongoing this evening. Although some people have left, as we said in that report, another journalist, an Armenian, who I spoke to earlier on in the afternoon, told me that although the shelling was ongoing intensively, both from artillery and from drone strikes, he would not describe the atmosphere as panicked, rather as tense, but with many people feeling determined to stay there because they feel that it's their home, and also men who are there feeling that they ought to go to the front line and join up with the armed forces there. That's also been the message from the Armenian authorities, calling on men who have done their military service in the last year or couple of years to go to the recruiting stations and get ready to go to the front line. This is very much a country on a war footing. I think you can perhaps see this screen on the main square of Yerevan behind me that is showing footage of soldiers and from time to time playing what sounds like patriotic music.
So far, though, no shelling inside of Armenia proper.
No, there were last week 4 drones that were shot down by the Armenian Defense Forces, at least that's according to them, that were flying over Armenian airspace, one of them very close to the capital, Yerevan, but there haven't been any more reports of that in more recent days. The Azerbaijanis, of course, accuse the Armenians of firing from Armenian territory into Azerbaijan. The Armenian authorities strenuously deny that. They are saying that if there is any firing going into Azerbaijan, it's coming from Nagorno-Karabakh and from the Nagorno-Karabakh Defense Forces, and that it's targeting military installations in Azerbaijan, not civilian targets, at least not deliberately. But what we know from our own correspondence on the ground is that some civilian targets, at least in Azerbaijan, have been hit.
We're talking about 2 former Soviet republics, Russia, a main player in both of those countries. So let's talk diplomacy for a second. The NATO Secretary General, Jens Stoltenberg, in the Turkish capital, Ankara, Turkey, which squarely backs Azerbaijan. Let's listen.
We are deeply concerned by the escalation of hostilities. All sides should immediately cease fighting and find a way forward towards a peaceful resolution. And I expect Turkey to use its considerable influence to calm tensions.
Gulliver Cragg, what kind of a reaction can we expect to that kind of statement?
Well, I don't think that looks like happening anytime soon. At the moment, both sides' positions seem to be pretty uncompromising. The Azerbaijani side says that it's not ready to talk until all the Armenian armed forces withdraw from Karabakh, and the Armenians, although they've said that they are willing to talk, want the Nagorno-Karabakh authorities to be reinstated to peace talks as a separate entity, which is something that is unacceptable to the Azerbaijani side. At the moment, what's been happening is that Armenian leaders increasingly have been talking about officially recognizing Nagorno-Karabakh as an independent state. In reality, even Armenia does not officially recognize the independence of Nagorno-Karabakh, though its leaders frequently say that they believe that it declared independence perfectly legally at the end of the USSR. Accepting, recognizing the independence of Nagorno-Karabakh by Armenia would really be torpedoing what is left of the peace process that was the Madrid agreement as it was known, because that said that the final status of Nagorno-Karabakh should be decided by referendum, and that's basically why Armenia up until now has held back from formally recognizing its independence, but both the Prime Minister and the President of Armenia have now been very strongly suggesting that it might be time to recognize the independence of Nagorno-Karabakh, or Artsakh as they call it. And now on Twitter in Armenia, the hashtag recognize Artsakh is trending.
So the escalation continuing, even verbally, you're saying, Gulliver. If there was a place at the negotiating table for Turkey, would Armenia go along with that as a way to tone it down?
I don't know. At the moment, Armenia's rhetoric towards Turkey couldn't really be stronger. In an interview when he was talking to me on Friday, the Prime Minister of Armenia said that he thinks that Turkey wants to continue the genocide of the Armenian people and wants to destroy Armenia as a state. So that doesn't really sound like he's about to sit down with Turkish leaders and discuss peace, I'm afraid to say.
Many thanks. Gulliver Cragg reporting live there from the Armenian capital, Yerevan.